back's turned. Origi turns, shoots.
Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the road to glory. We've got content, but before we get there, let's get through some gameplay. Today may be a shorter episode. There will 100% be a poll, and I'm going to write it down right now so I remember. P-O-L... L, not E. That's the wrong poll. That's the good kind of poll. We're going to do the boring poll. So top right for the little I thing, and you can vote, I guess. Although it wouldn't make any sense just yet. You're going to have to wait. So with that being said, we've got some comments. Thank you very much, by the way, for the support again. Once again, you guys are just knocking it out. It's a bit of an innuendo episode so far. Polls are knocking it out. But you really are. Every time I upload a video at the moment, it's getting a load of love. And I can see a few of you in other videos commenting about the road to glory as well. So I appreciate you greatly. Top comment is about the situation with the lack there of content that EA have been not giving us the last few days. Even if there is an issue, me referring to them maybe having problems issuing content. That's why there wasn't anything over the weekend. Why do they never communicate? It would make us happier. Yes, it would. You're right. I don't know why they don't do it. They've got an EA Sports FIFA Twitter account with millions of followers, and all it would take is having trouble with SBCs right now. Do apologise. Back as soon as possible. It doesn't even need to give us a time frame. Just to say, hey, we know there's a problem. We know you want content. We want to give it to you, but we're having problems. Everyone has issues, everyone makes mistakes, etc., etc., but they never communicate, and I don't understand why they don't do it. It would just keep everyone sweet. It would. Everyone would be like, oh, do you know what? At least they've acknowledged it. That's fine. Thanks. That's all it would take, but they're idiots. And I love the way you are even the negative parts of the road to glory. Wait, what? I love the way you are even the negative parts. My bad, I didn't read that probably. Parts of the road to glory, because that's me and it's natural. If you don't blame the game, your fault, so you don't love it enough. Exactly. I get it. Basically, I said yesterday that everyone blames the game in the heat of the moment, and people don't seem to understand it. When they're watching a live stream and someone's just bitching about the game, it doesn't mean that they hate the game. Even if they say, oh, I hate this game. I say that on a daily basis. I've said it today about 4 or 5 times when I was reviewing Theo Walcott. I don't hate the game. I love the game. And this iteration of the game is actually one of my favourites of all time. Even if I go, do you know what, this game is actually bad. It's just the heat of the moment, you know. It's because I'm losing. It's because I'm not doing very well. Half the time, yeah, okay, the game is to blame. But the other half of the time, I'm just being a bitch. And I can't help it. It's just how everyone is. So let's talk about goalkeepers, shall we? Talking about keepers, says Trialsies. I played a guy who had Horn as his keeper, and if I can tell you now how I struggled to score against him, it would be an understatement. I had 25 shots, 17 on target, and at least 8 times I thought it was a goal, but this guy was just there to frustrate me. Game ended 2-2, but it should have been way more in my favour. Some goalkeepers perform miracles, and then in the next game, the very same goalkeeper can be the one to just fluff it completely. Yesterday's Road to Glory I showed you Foot Champs gameplay where Radecki made like a triple save from the gods. It was unbelievable. I think corner came in, made a save there from a header, went down on the ground, saved the rebound, and then went to his other side, still on the ground, and saved it again, and I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. However, if you go back and check a video called Fix This EA, where I literally talk about delay. But right at the end of the video, I talk about goalkeepers. And Radecki, the very same goalkeeper who performed the triple save of wonders, is at fault for flapping at the ball and costing me 2 goals. So, yeah, there's such an inconsistency with goalkeepers right now. It's honestly, it's embarrassing. Because they flap at things they should be catching, but then they perform wonder saves that I'm not moaning about. I actually like it, right? Some games, goalkeepers in real life will just perform out of their skin. Jerzy Dudek from 2005 Champions League final. That guy was unreal. Best goalkeeper on the planet for those 90 minutes. Anything outside of that, he's bang average at best. But for those 90 minutes, for whatever reason, he was on steroids. I'm kind of glad no one tested him actually, because you never know. But either way, he was immense for that game. But then every other game, he just was average. So yeah, I get it. Sometimes goalkeepers play well, and I really like that. But why the inconsistency? They should be average to amazing, not amazing to. I should have just had Theo Walcott in goal, because he would have done exactly the same job as Radecki. So you just heard me talk about Theo Walcott, and we're about to load in to the game on the 8th of October. So today, as you're watching this, 6 o'clock, I am ready, EA. My body is ready for some fresh content. Of course, we had Theo Walcott. We'll talk about that. But we are now going to go and have a look to see what else they've given us for 6 o'clock today. Oh, dear. Oh, no. I mean, do you know what? Breathe. It's not a total loss. Let's go look at objectives. Oh no. There is going to be the biggest uproar I think I've ever seen on Twitter any second. It is about to kick off. Now, I'm not one of those that will kick off, because I still don't think things are right. I think EA are still having some sort of issue with live content. I think they must have done their very best to squeeze this Walcott out. And to credit where it's due, I actually really like the card. I think it's about the right price. I mean, you could argue maybe it's a touch on the expensive side, but okay, now it is. It's actually gone up in price considerably. So the market has rebounded a lot, because it was relatively low. It's come up, the price in this SBC, from about 120 to 140, 150. Of course, you'll probably have some stuff in the club already, but still, I can definitely see some people complain that they've not had some content today, though. Let's have a look at the stats of Theo Walcott. If you've checked out the other content on the channel today, then you will have seen that I've already reviewed him, and of course we did the live content video yesterday. He's got insane pace. He's so fast. You know, spoiler alert on the review. I actually really like the card. I had recorded this section of the Road to Glory already, and I was hoping that there was going to be some fresh content for us to talk about today, so that the episode had a bit of legs to it. I think instead what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Walcott for a second. Then we're just going to talk about the team, I think, and what I kind of want to do with it, because I've recorded all this yesterday. I went up to about 15-16 minutes of me giving you options, and I think I've said already that there's going to be a poll on the video. I will put a poll on the video, so you can vote on that when I get to it. But the poll was a bit of a mixed one. Like, I had two options. I said I'd given you three. The third option didn't make any sense, so I'm re-recording it basically. And the options were for me to build Team A, Team B, or to build Team C, which was going to give us Theo Walcott in a team. And I hadn't sort of built it specifically. It was just option C was, do we get Walcott and then build him into the team? Now, I do really like it, but I'm not going to do it, and I've decided against it because, A, he's a card that at the moment is brilliant, and I really do enjoy it, but literally in a couple of weeks' time, this is going to be bang average, because there are going to be so many other cards. There's a French League Player of the Month card on the way. So we've got Premier League, the Bundesliga, the MLS, and the French League that we know of so far of Player of the Month cards. So that's 4 brand new cards a month just from Player of the Month, and they tend to be quite good cards as well. And then, of course, we get a brand new Team of the Week every week. We're going to get rewards every week, 2 lots of them, 3 lots if we do squad battles. I've already started that. I did a few games. That's what you watched at the beginning, of course. And of course, hopefully at least, there'll be more flashbacks. We'll get screams soon. Icon swaps is a couple of days away. So there's going to be, I would say, a lot of, I don't know about content, but there's going to be a lot of options thick and fast. And this happened with Lucas last year. We were given a Player of the Month Lucas very early on, and it was a great card for a month. And then all of a sudden, it just faded into obscurity. No one really used it, and it was just dead. People didn't bring it on as a sub or anything. Pookie was very similar to that, in the sense I think everyone did it straight away because it was the first SBC, and now I barely see him because, again, already he's dropped below what people can afford. So people can afford Timo Werner, better than Pookie. People can go out and afford Gabriel Jesus, probably a better choice than Timo Pookie. And I think it's going to be the same with Walcott, but more so because Walcott is a great card. I really do like it, but if you can go and get Raheem Sterling, I don't know how much Raheem Sterling costs, but if it's anywhere near the same price as Theo Walcott, then yeah, see, he's cheaper. He's cheaper, if not the same price on PlayStation. He's much cheaper, it's about 20-30k cheaper on Xbox, and he's probably, bar the shooting, it's Sterling's the better card. So I say bar the shooting, I think the finishing's probably about the same. He doesn't quite have the composure, but again, Sniper Kempstel and Raheem Sterling, 91 rated right wing, higher than Walcott, cheaper than Walcott, and tradable. And for that reason, I'm out, as Duncan Bannatyne would say. I just don't really see the point in doing it on a road to glory. I've done it on my main account for content and for the fact that I just wanted to try him out, but we might as well just go by Raheem Sterling in all honesty. Might review Raheem Sterling and then compare the two. So let me double check to see that there wasn't any content. Maybe I've missed something. Maybe it was a bit late. Maybe EA thought quick release something, anything. No, they've decided that Tuesday is not a day for content. I mean, they have surprised me so far this year. To be honest, with the way that the content was dropping last year, I mean, it was quite literally every day last year, from launch to the end of the game. There was only a few days where they didn't release something, and I'm surprised this year that they've not carried on that trend. I'm not moaning about it. I'm just very surprised. Not even special packs. Something must be wrong. Honestly, I'm not even taking the piss. I genuinely think something must be wrong for them to not say, right, we'll just put 15k packs in store or something, because EA are, as we all know, money hungry, and rightfully so. They're a company trying to earn money, and they've not done anything. So a bit of a weird one. I've started squad battles. As you can see in the top right, hopefully I've got 5,500 points, which means we are currently gold 2. I think I'm gonna, and just thinking about what I'm gonna do tonight, ready for tomorrow. I think I will. I'll play a bit more tomorrow, tonight as well. I don't have a specific goal about where I want to finish in squad battles this week. I just want to play a few games. I'll probably play these two. 71 rated team, 55 chemistry. He's got a striker in goal. That's going to be fun. There's no goalkeeper on the bench either. Oh, there is, I'm lying. A 58 rated keeper. So even if they do bring the keeper on, still a 58 rated bronze anyway. So I'm happy about that. Van Dijk, the only threat there. Everything else should be pretty straightforward. And then, of course, this team right here, 77 rated. He does have a goalkeeper in goal, but the rest of the team isn't great, apart from Gnabry. So we'll pop that on Legendary, pop this one on Legendary, pick up the points. And that's what I'm doing. I'm skipping these two because these tend to be they're the difficult teams. They're the well-built teams with chemistry. So what I tend to do is I just skip these two, play these two, and we move on. Still haven't played the featured squad of Kaká, which looks like a good team. If he built that himself, I am Batman, because there's no way. And of course, when a brand new team of the week comes out, we get to play that as well. So that happens tomorrow. And there we go. I don't know, what are the rewards, incidentally? I don't know if I continue doing this. I don't know how many points I get, or how many points it was last week for like Elite 3. So, which is really irritating. Points for Gold 1 is 700, which, you know, I was thinking, oh god, that's a long way. It's not, is it? It's one win. It's one win on Legendary takes me up to 7,500. So that's more or less. So if I do 2 wins, 2,000 points each, for instance, that takes me up to 9.5, and then the featured squad is 1,500, which takes me up to 11. So it'll be on 11,000 points just from 3 games, one of which is on beginner. Just assume that we can get Elite 3 this week. That gives us a 35k pack, 12k coins, and 2 25ks. Bear in mind, on that day, we'll get our 2 25k pre-order packs as well, so that could be a decent little pack opening next Monday. And of course, icon swaps will be out by then. Hopefully they don't limit us to, you know, abiding by their schedule. That's my biggest gripe with it this year, is not the menus, shall we say, is objectives. I'll talk about that tomorrow, though, when we have a lot more gameplay to talk over, rather than me sat on the menu talking to you. I know a lot of people don't tend to watch, they listen, but still, for the people who do watch, I won't bore your tits off. So, as you saw, I think it was yesterday, we bought Hazard, of course. He's played a couple of games. He's got 2 goals, 3 assists, but it's all on squad battles, so I'm not going to read too much into it. We've already played with him, of course, just not the ones to watch. I think he plays on Thursday or Friday internationally. They've got a relatively straightforward game, so you never know there. If you watched the video earlier, you'll know all about it. It's the same with the Germans as well. They've got a pretty straightforward game. Fingers crossed they can put in a performance, and maybe Julian Brandt can get on the score sheet, get himself an upgrade. The other purchase that I think I mentioned earlier, or maybe I didn't, I sold Gnabry, of course, and that's why we have 100 and something thousand coins. And if we go into specials, you'll see that I've bought Barella. Now, the reason I've bought Barella, cost me 10,000 coins on the nose. The reason I bought him is because he plays regularly for the national side. And he played the last game, he played an 8.2, which is actually quite a high rating for a sort of CM/DM. And if he's being picked for Italy and he's playing fairly regularly for Inter as well, it's only a matter of time before he does something that he's either just going to spark his price or will actually give him an inform. And to be fair to him, his stats are, I would say, average, but one inform, and you've got yourself a pretty solid CDM there, so why not indeed? In terms of the squad, right, I've sold Coutinho, because obviously we made money on him. Sold him for 75,000. We'll go check to see how much he is in just a second. He's been back in packs now for 48 hours, maybe? Something, oh, maybe no, maybe only 24 hours he's been back in packs, hasn't he? Yeah, we'll go check his price in a second. But at the moment, obviously, Gnabry got himself sent off at the end of Weekend League, so he's just come back, but I've had Hazard over the right. Gnabry's come back to replace Coutinho. That's not how I'm going to keep it, because of course he's only on 7 chemistry. I don't know if the poll is going to reflect the team, because I don't think I've decided what I want to do. So I think the poll, I think what we're going to do, right, I want to gauge, because tomorrow I want to talk about objectives, and I want to talk about the state of the game, and I'm not going to criticise it, I'm not going to have a bitch or a moan or a whinge or anything like that. It's going to be quite a positive chat. And I want your opinion. So the poll in the top right, you may have already voted because it's just going to be an outright question. Do you enjoy? Not do you think the game is good necessarily. And I want to. You can leave comments, right? By all means, leave comments on your experiences so far. But just a straight or yes or no answer, more or less, is: are you enjoying FIFA 20 as a package? I'm not just talking menus, but I hate gameplay, or I love gameplay, but I hate menus. As a whole, if you had to say yeah or no, are you enjoying FIFA 20 and the experience that it's given you right now? Maybe you don't even play Ultimate Team. Maybe you just play Career Mode. And that's fine, right? We'll bundle it all into one, right? Leave it in the vote. Yes or no. Right, and so that's out the way. You can find that in the top right. I did have a few options. And, well, I've got a lot of options. I can do whatever I want. Everything is tradable in that team, which is beautiful. Apart from Rodri down here, which obviously is just the ones we got from the ones to watch we got from the pre-order pack. I think Cavani is untradeable as well, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, he is. So, I mean, that was a card that I was tempted to put, possibly at least, into Walcott, but I'm not doing it. And we will do SBCs. I mean, so far I've done nothing. So far I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I will do some eventually when we get past the basic starter fodder that everybody does just to drain coins. I will do it, right? Don't worry about it. We will get into some stuff. We've got Thuram here. I wonder how much he's going for. Let's just check his price very briefly. He is creeping up, you know. I think someone's tried to price fix him at 27,500. We'll probably end up having to sell him for about 25 if we were to sell him. But he's creeping up. We bought him for under 20k. Not too bad. So, we can stick with the Premier League option, right? And I can get rid of Gnabry and I can put Coutinho in there. And we can go back to where we were. Obviously, we'll still have coins. We've got rewards. We've got informs and picks and things to come out of that. So we could upgrade Boateng to Hernandez. We could maybe take out Tolisso, put Axel Witsel in there. And I think that's probably where, maybe, you know, the right back. I can't really think of a better right back right now than Weiser. He's got 102 games for us, to be fair to him. 11 assists as well. Don't think any of those have come in squad battles either, to be fair to him. But yeah, we could, you know, there's one or two replacements to be made there. Maybe we don't even get Coutinho back. Maybe we go for someone like Perisic, and maybe we replace Tolisso with Goretzka or whatever. But you know, that's one option. Option B, that, you know, there's no vote for this or anything. I'm just gonna sort of run through it. And if you want to leave a comment, feel free. I want to have a little think because I've not decided, and I don't want to be swayed by just one person in the comments saying, "Oh, I would do this," and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I will. I want to be certain of it. I want to keep most of the Bundesliga side of things. The defence I actually really like. I don't want to change that if I can help it. Timo Werner and Gnabry. Gnabry in particular, actually, I'm not a massive fan of. I think he's a decent player, but he is. I mean, look at that, 40 to 45,000 coins I can get for him right now very easily. He's not going to maintain that price much longer. I'm very tempted just to ship him out. He is tradable, of course. Timo Werner, I'm not too sure on the price of Timo Werner right now. Wow, he's gone up. So we're looking at around 65k. Yeah, 65,000 coins. We bought him for 54. So, I mean, there's profit in Werner and Gnabry. I'm so tempted to sell those on immediately right now. I don't know. The reason I'm looking at this, and I'm not set in stone on Douglas Costa or even Cuadrado, Emre Can looks like a bit of a beast for an 81. 4-star weak foot. With the right chem style, you know, I don't know, powerhouse or something, he'd be a really good CDM. I think he goes into like an 86, 87 CDM, something stupid like that. For an 81 rated card is very good. The main reason was Insigne. This is a very underrated card. With a sniper chem style in particular, he gets 90 for nearly everything that matters. He's got insane pace and acceleration. He's got the 4-star, 4-star. He's high, medium. It doesn't matter that he's 5'4" this year. In fact, if anything, that might help him. Very nice agility and balance without the chem style. Ball control, dribbling is there. That's a good card, and it's very underutilized. I've not come up against that once in Weekend League. And if I go over to check to the price, you'll see that there was one there on bid for 65k, so probably looking at about 70. Oh, there's not that many on the market right now, which is crazy. But he's got up in price since yesterday. He was around 65, 70k yesterday. He's now up to about 70-ish. But, you know, we'd nearly get that back for Werner, so we could just swap one out. I'm tempted, actually, maybe to change the formation and put Allen in there, maybe instead of Emre Can. Because we don't need the links to the defenders because they've already got the chem from each other. So we could put, not Emre, did I just say Emre Can? Allen is what Allen's who I meant, from Napoli, right? We could put Allen in there, he links to Insigne. We could maybe even keep Douglas Costa, get a nice double link going on there. Dybala isn't too expensive considering we have 140 and we get over 100 from the other two. He is around 120-ish. So that's more than doable. We could buy him now, sell Werner, get Insigne, sell Gnabry, and buy the rest of them. Happy days. But I mean, that's option B. Like I said, I'm not going to put a poll out for it because I need to have a little bit of a think about what I want to do. The other option was to put Walcott in there, but I'm kind of over that now, to be fair. I'm not going to do it. I think it would be a waste of time and money. The thing that I want this year, right, and it's not what I went after last year, and I was kind of sort of forced into certain icons, right? So they obviously have scrapped the SBCs this year. They don't exist. What we do have, though, is swaps, which, you know, for the most part is good, but each individual swaps promo will last 3 months. So by the time this initial one on October the 11th finishes, it will be January, right? So we might have to wait till the end of the swaps promo to even get the best icon or even to get the one that we want. I'm not going to settle for anything. I'm going to go for the ones that I want. I'm not just going to go, oh, well, I'll take Keane even though I really want Gerrard or I want Owen or whatever. So I'm going to go for the one that I want and I'm going to make sure that I get him. But I want to fill the club with as many icons this year that I actually want to use. Last year I didn't do it. Like I said, with the SBCs I felt forced into doing certain ones because they were cheaper and it was easier to grind. This year I'm not going to make stupid mistakes and buy players I don't want and be forced down certain roads. I just want to buy when I want to buy. If I don't want to buy it, I'm not buying it. So this year, I think what I'm going to do is actually stick with this. I am going to sell Gnabry, you know. I've just decided right now I'm going to sell him. Because if you look at his record for me, he's got 12 goals and 18 assists, which is obviously 30... Is it 30? Yeah, 30 goal contributions in 65 games, which is not that great at all, really, when you compare it to Coutinho, who had more goal contributions than games and played more games than Gnabry. So, in my opinion, Gnabry isn't the player that I thought or indeed wanted him to be. Who do I replace him with? Well, at the moment we've got Hazard over there and I actually don't mind Hazard at all, so I'm happy to keep him. We can cash in on him because there's no way this guy is going to keep his price. He's 45,000 coins right now. If you tell me that in a week or two an 84 rated card is still worth 45k, I mean, I'm biting your hand off. Like, I'm taking it. I am taking it. Let's list him on the market right now for 44,500, and we hope that he sells. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. We just list him up for 43 or something. We'll take the money. Happy days. What do we do on the left-hand side for now? Just for right now. Obviously not going to go into weekend league like this. We'll just chuck Rashica in there. That's how I'll play a few... I'm going to use Barella, actually. That's how I'll play a few squad battles matches later. But if he sells, we'll have 180-ish thousand coins. We could sell Timo Werner, but I have started to really enjoy him. He's got a lot of goals, contributions compared to games as well, which is decent. I really enjoy this guy. 85 goal contributions in 82 games. For me, that's phenomenal. Big fan of that. Big fan. But feel free to leave your comments down below as to maybe which direction we should go in. I really, really, really want to get an icon as fast as I can. And I think I'm not saving for it necessarily. I kind of am hoping that we pack something decent from rewards that might help us on our way. An icon would be nice. But I do really want to get the mid Jari Litmanen or a Ian Rush in particular. The mid Ian Rush. Oh, I can't wait to get that card. That's the kind of thing that I want. Oh wow, he's gone up in price. So he's gone back up. We could have bought him for 65 yesterday with a Hunter. Today with a Hunter he's 73. So he has gone back up a little bit. It's bounced back. The reason it's bounced back is because of that Walcott SBC, I think. But I'm not too bothered by it. I don't even know if I'm going to buy him back, to be honest. But I do want an icon as soon as possible. Now this guy is expensive. Yesterday he was on the market. I say yesterday, early hours of this morning he was on the market for 710, which I thought was quite good considering. I mean, that guy's stats, man, with the right chem style as well to boost maybe agility and balance or something. He's already got enough pace for me. His finishing's phenomenal. I really like that. I mean, even the base rush, actually, even the base rush might be even better because I think the base rush is faster. I think this is the one that I wanted actually. 670. Yeah, that's the one I want. I don't even want the mid. I want the base. 87, and we've got a much higher agility. He's much faster. He's already got the dribbling stats, reactions, composure, and stuff. And he obviously is Welsh and he used to play for Liverpool. That's why I want him. Not necessarily for his ability. I know there are other icons and other players out there who are better. Even Insigne is probably better, right? But to have Ian Rush would be amazing. And with a Hunter on him as well as he's already got, that could be a really good card. And he's only like 670. When you compare that to some of the other cards in the game, like Ronaldo is more than double that. Messi is the same. So, yeah, I think I would just want to try and work towards some icons and get them as fast as we can. So I might not be making some major upgrades anytime soon. I will fix the left side, though. Leave it down below who you think we should get to improve this team next. Whether it be someone to replace... Well, we need someone to replace Rashica, definitely. But whether we need to replace Boateng anytime soon, I actually don't know, because I really like him. He's not a problem anymore with a shadow. And Toliso's doing a good job as well. And I just feel like I need to upgrade the team. But do I? I'm not sure. Leave your thoughts on the game as a whole, by the way, down below. Because tomorrow, like I said, we're going to go into a bit of a deep dive with objectives and gameplay and menus and everything about it. We'll have a positive chat. I'll answer your questions. We'll go through a few things. But for today, that is it. We are done. If you have enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.